myself. So what I'm gonna do,
Okay, Facebook. So I'm back.
Come up here.
Is it okay for a woman to make more than her man? I'm gonna have Brianna do the camera for me. Briera do the camera for me, and we're gonna have Nate and Miss Benita on there. You want to be on camera or not? I'll get Miss Donna's opinion, but she won't be on camera. So here you go.
How do you tell?
Turn the camera around. Yeah. Okay, so that's Nate and Miss Benita. Is it okay for a woman to make more than her man? Let's get your perspective, Nate.
Oh, you want my perspective?
Yeah.
No. In this time, day, and age, both people have to make money to make ends meet because the way this system is set up. It's hard for just one man to make all the money. Now there are instances where a man can, if he makes that kind of income or he has that kind of job and they have kids and they want nobody else raising their kids. But for the most part, it's not just on the man to do it, even though it is the majority of the man's responsibility to take the brunt of the financial responsibility. And that's biblical. So, but again, because of times the way they are, and it's not even a problem if the woman makes more money. That goes into a man's insecurities or securities. If a man is secure, he doesn't worry about what a woman is. If a woman makes more money than him, if a woman makes more money, that's an asset, not a liability.
I like that. So it's okay for the woman to make more, but as long as they're working as a team, then they should be good.
Yeah, that's called marriage.
Okay. But see, before you get married, you have to date. So absolutely. Your speculations on dating is coming into the situation. As long as you are equally yoked, then you should be fine, is what you're saying.
Yeah, actually, you need to be equally yoked spiritually first.
Right.
But then you need to be honest completely with each other in the conversation during the dating process.
Okay.
See, when you're not being honest completely, then the relationship is not going to work right because you need to be totally honest about what your expectations are financially, present time, future, kids, place you want to live. All that stuff needs to be addressed. Not the first date.
Right.
Because you don't even know if you're going to be with each other.
Right.
But you do want to eventually establish that type of honest communication with each other, because if you don't, then you're already starting the relationship off in a lie. And a lie never really turns out good at all.
So when considering marriage, is the tax bracket important to you, or as long as you just have a source of income that's sustainable?
A source of income that can help pay the bills. You can have somebody who has a master's degree and their mate doesn't have to have a degree or a PhD. They can just basically have a job that contributes. The most important thing is, in a relationship, it's a team. You have to look at, there's no I in team. That's an old saying that still applies to this day. There is no I in team. You must work things out together, but it all starts in the dating process. If you don't do it in the dating process, then what's the purpose of even dating if you're not going to be honest about what you both expect from each other?
I think in our generation today, that's something that they definitely lack as far as proper communication and understanding that communication is listening and talking. So with someone who is looking to get married and have a successful marriage like yourself, what are some of the questions you think that they should ask while getting to know a person without being offensive or making it to appear like it's about money?
Basically, you want to, the question that you should ask when you, let's say, each date requires different types of questioning.
Right.
You might not even make it past the second date. You might find this person got a twitch in their eye, and there's something going on with them, and you can't work with that.
Right.
You have to, like, let's go with the fourth or fifth date. Okay. So by the fourth or fifth date, you should be talking about, like, where is this relationship going?
Right.
What is the expectation of the relationship?
Right.
Are we looking to just have fun, or are we looking to get married? See, that all starts with the woman and the man.
Okay.
You know, a woman should be honest. Say, hey, look, I'm looking to be married one day. I want to have children. I want to have a house. You know, and he should be honest too. Like, well, hey, yeah, I want the same thing. And then you start working toward making that happen by being married first.
Right.
A lot of people don't do that, and that's the old-fashioned way that still works.
Okay, so do you put an age to that, or is that just across the board, period, when dating?
It's called a maturity.
Right.
And age has, doesn't have a maturity. You got some people who are mature at 20 who got more sense sometimes than people in their 40s or 50s.
Mm-hmm.
So age doesn't really, maturity doesn't have a number attached to it.
Okay.
So that's basically, again, it still all goes back to being honest from the get-go.
Right.
About what you really want in a relationship. You can't sit around as a woman and say, well, hey, I want this, I want to be in a marriage, I want to get children, and then he says, well, I don't want that, and then you go in the back of your mind, he don't really mean that, I can change his mind. No, that's just not going to happen. 9 times out of 10, that's not going to happen. So you have to be honest, and he has to be honest, and trust me, a man's going to eventually be honest with you, because we're not good at holding out for a long period of time, as far as the lie. It's going to eventually come out. The only way we get you is when we get you emotionally attached to us, and then you start overlooking the dumb stuff we do.
Okay.
So as long as you stay focused, you're going to be just fine with the honesty from a man, because it just takes time.
Okay. So we also have Miss Benita. Miss Benita, share your thoughts. Within your field, is that something that is most important to you, or what are the important things as far as the finances of your significant other?
Well, I guess for me, the person doesn't have to have the same educational level. I'm okay if I, as a woman, made more money. But at my age, you have to have something to put on the plate. I agree with the former comment as far as working together as a team. That's important, but you have to have something to offer.
Okay.
Financially.
Now, in the field that we're in, as far as Nate and I, we have clients who, and Brianna.
Somebody said so.
What did they say?
They said, what's good? A man should want to make more than his woman.
But what if they don't? Or what do you think about that, Miss Benita?
Well, it just depends. There are instances where you might meet someone who doesn't have the same educational background. And it's possible that a woman could just make more money. I mean, it doesn't have to be a deal breaker.
So I know from, as Nate was saying, like back in the day, there were certain expectations of a man as far as holding down a household and things like that, but times have changed. Mm-hmm. And with society being the way that it's designed now, yes, it does take it to be a 2-income household.
Right.
But you barely got 2 people in the same house. So, why? Oh, because you gotta go. Okay, so.
Or I can fit it on something.
Oh, no, that ain't gonna work. No. So, with closing out this video, hold on one second. With closing out this video, Nate gave some good insight and Miss Benita gave some good insight. Right now, we got to take a break, but we'll be back shortly. So stay tuned.
Oh, you look so nice in this light.
Shut up. Is it important for a woman to make more than her man? And if so, why or why not? Stay tuned.